So you need to figure this one out. See, this will keep you from going for the okie doke too. This is what kept me when I realized this much. I ran into some people, I didn't know a whole lot, but I knew this much. I ran into some people, they said, well, you know, yeah, you believe you Israel, yeah, and the Messiah is back. I said, the Messiah back? This from people worshiping this guy who just died of cancer recently, Yahweh ben Yahweh. But this was over 20-something years ago, and I knew better than that. They said the Messiah back, and we watch him and we protect him. I'm thinking to myself, why you got to protect the Messiah? Right. And obviously they didn't protect him good enough because the feds locked him up first. And then he died of cancer. Mm-hmm. So, but they was telling me, yeah, he's back. I said, he's back. And I just asked this. I said, have you seen this verse? Have this happened yet? And they looked at me like I was crazy. They went on, got on the bus. I said, I ain't seen no abomination and desolation stand in the holy place. Have you? They looked at me. They got on the bus. Bye. Because they crazy. But this will keep you from going for the okie doke. The Lord give you certain signs that got to happen. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. This is the act that's going to instigate great tribulation, brothers. So it's going to kick it off. So if you was following Jim Jones, and Jim Jones was telling you, look, the end is about to come. It's about to be terrible, so we got to run somewhere. All you had to do is read this to him. Say, Jim, when this happened? Right. Brother Jim, can you tell me what this is and when this happened? Right. Later. It ain't happened yet. This is when it get hot and heavy, though. Right here. Go ahead, verse 16.
Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains.
Now, Jesus said flee, but he didn't say flee till you see this, right?
Right.
So, therefore, you need to know what it is. You need to know what the abomination of desolation is standing in the holy place. And Daniel told you about it. So, we're going to go back. We're going to take Jesus' word. We're going to read Daniel in a little bit. But the bottom line is, Jesus said, whoso readeth, let him understand. We need to know what this is. Because that's when he said, let them that be in Judea flee to the mountain. And I'll never forget, I ain't lying, I seen this lady on TV. You know, anybody can get on public access. That's what she was on, just talking crazy. And she read this verse. I guess some of her members probably, because she came on, I think, before or after us on public access in the suburbs in Illinois. I guess some of her members must have asked her about it, because we be dealing with it. And she tried to teach on this one telecast. Me and Loretta was looking at her like, what is she going to say? I can't believe she's talking about this. And she said, oh, I know what it means when it say, see, this means an abomination of desolation. I know what that means. That just means, see, it's telling you when you see something abominable, you just stand in the holy. You just stand and be holy. Just stand. I said, this woman crazy. This is talking about the end of the world. It's talking about an event that's going to take place to open the door for the world to end, and you done made up something in your mind. And then what was really crazy about it, one day, Loretta turned around and the lady was at our door. She's like, what's she doing here? Maybe she come to tell us about the abomination. But she ended up buying some property across the street from us and needed something and knocked on our door. I said, boy, I wish I could catch her. I need to straighten her out about this. But she wasn't going to listen because she thought she knew something. She shouldn't have been up there preaching in the first place. Don't have a clue. But that's what she said. That just means when you see something abominable, you just stand and be. That's not what Jesus is talking about. Because else you couldn't figure out verse 16. He said, then let them which be in Judea flee to the mountain. It's time to run for the hills. Now, if there was a rapture, brothers and sisters, because this is the hard times right here. If there was a rapture, why in the world would Jesus tell you to flee? Anybody. Why would he tell people to flee? That don't make no sense, do it? But nobody talking about fleeing. This don't even fit into the rapture dogma. Then let them which be in Judea flee to the mountain. Because, see, that's where it's going to happen at in Judea. So you really got to get going right there. You might have a few more days where you at if you like in America or somewhere else. But if you there, it's over with. He said, then let them which be in Judea flee to the mountains. This is all behind the abomination of desolation standing in the holy place. Verse 17.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
So you don't need no clothes. You don't even need no money, do you? He said, don't go back to get nothing out your house. You might think, well, I want to get some stuff I want to take with me. He said, don't even worry about it. You ain't even need that water you was saving, did you? You might have planted you some hot peppers. You don't need them, do you? Go ahead.
Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
See, don't even go back. If you in the field, he said, you ain't going to even need no clothes. If you make it to where I got for you to be at, you're going to be straight for the duration. Mm-hmm. You ain't going to need nothing. That's the good thing about it. But you got to get there. And he's telling you to run to get there. Go ahead.
And woe unto them that are with child, and to them which give suck in those days.
See, he said, but woe unto them that with child and give suck, because it's hard for you to run if you got a baby. Go ahead.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Because it's hard to travel in certain situations like that. Pray that your flight, so you taking flight, you are fleeing. But why? All of the urgency. Read verse 21. We read it already, but go ahead.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
See, that all started at verse 15. What? Then shall be great tribulation. When? Verse 15 again. That's what started off. Go ahead.
When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place.
We need to know what this abomination of desolation that Daniel spoke about is, that's going to stand in the holy place. Go ahead.
Whoso readeth, let him understand.
He said we need to know. So now